In the last video, we talked about the first step in authentic forgiving, which is awareness. In this step, we're going to be talking about desire and how to create the desire from within to actually take the steps to authentically forgive those people that have offended you. This desire is really important because without the desire, you're just going to go through life feeling hurt and being offended. Now, in order to make this point, I want to tell you a story about Jamie. Jamie has a very interesting food allergy. She is allergic to poultry. Now, this is a deadly allergy for her, that if she has any kind of poultry in her food, and by poultry I mean turkey and chicken and duck and things like that. If there's any kind of poultry in the food, it's devastating. Her throat will swell up, she'll stop breathing, and it could actually kill her. Now, imagine that Jamie is very aware of her allergy, but doesn't have the desire to do anything about it. She could die. She could actually have some tremendous pain in her life. So in the first step, we talked about awareness, and awareness is only part of the story. Like Jamie, she is aware of her food allergy. She now has to have a desire to do something about it. And this is sometimes very hard. She was telling me that recently she bought a package of sliced ham from the grocery store. She took it home, she made herself a sandwich, and immediately after she took the first bite, she felt her throat swelling up. And she says, "I'm not allergic to ham, I'm allergic to poultry." And as she looked at the package, it did say on the back that this sliced ham was packaged in the same plant as chicken and turkey. And the ham was contaminated. Now, this is, in order for her to get over this food allergy and to control it and to live a healthy life, she not only has to be aware of it, but have the desire to manage her food allergy. I want the same to happen for you. I want you to become aware, as we described in the last video, of how not forgiving is affecting your life. Now, how do you create the desire to do something about it? You need to feel from within that you want to relieve yourself of that burden and that pain. And like Jamie, protect yourself from those things that are damaging to you, because they are damaging to you. So here's what I'd like to suggest. I would like you to think about creating a visualization. And in this visualization, you need to visualize the person that has offended you. Now, this could be whoever it is, a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a coworker, an ex-boyfriend, an ex-husband, or yourself. And you visualize this person and you visualize yourself forgiving them. You create this mental movie of you forgiving them, however you want to do it. A letter, an email, a text, however you want to forgive them. You create this mental movie so that you can start to imagine, you can start to feel what forgiving would be like. Because until you actually experience it in your mind, it's going to be very difficult to do it otherwise. And so you create this mental movie. And once you have the forgiving part done, then I want you to add all of the senses to that movie. What you would say, what you would feel, what you would wear, how you would do it, where you would be, what are the smells, what are the sensations, what are all of the things that you could add to this movie. This visualization becomes important because in order to forgive authentically, it is important that you forgive first in your mind so that you feel the sensation of forgiving. And in this step, this is exactly what we're doing. You're forgiving in your mind. And once you forgive in your mind, the very next steps of authentic forgiving become a little bit easier. And that you actually, when it comes time to actually forgive, because you've already forgiven in your mind, it is that much easier. And also in this step, you start to feel the relief from some of the emotional pain that you feel. Now, here's a disclaimer. You may be thinking that, oh, this is easy to do when it comes to the little things that people do, like leaving dirty dishes in the sink or leaving their socks around the bedroom or not doing chores or other little things. Yes, this applies to those little things. but it also applies to the very big things. Big, big things. And so I don't want you to justify not forgiving because you don't think that this applies. What I'd like you to do is continue to have an open mind. Continue to have an open heart. And here's where we've been. Awareness. How is not forgiving affecting your life? What is the impact that it's having? And now create a desire to reduce that pain and live a more happy life. In the next video, we're going to be talking about acknowledgement and acceptance as the very next step to authentic forgiving.